All right, let's check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Heggen. I was looking at one of the monitors of the Bay Bridge. You can't see it.
Yeah, from the top of Salesforce Tower, we're just looking at a cloud. So had to switch some camera perspectives a little bit. The fog already rolling back in. It's the same pattern that we've been in basically for the last 7, 8, 9 days. The fog spreading out again tonight. A little bit of drizzle, potentially registering some measurable moisture along the coast. Barely more than a trace, maybe a couple or hundredths of an inch. That's about it for any moisture that we're going to see in the 7-day forecast, but there are some signs beyond that. We'll get to that in just a moment. Our typical June pattern continues with that big contrast in temperatures from the coast to farther inland, complete with the cool temperatures, even chilly along the coast, cool around the bay, but near normal high temperatures inland. It's going to be a good 25-degree difference between Pacifica and Half Moon Bay compared to Fairfield and Brentwood as some of the warm spots tomorrow. High temperatures today as we get another perspective on the fog from underneath the base of the clouds. Temperatures topped out pretty close to normal inland, 79 degrees in Concord, only 73 in San Jose. That's actually a few degrees below average. 73 in Santa Rosa as well, and only 67 Fremont, 64 degrees in San Francisco and 61 degrees in Pacifica. You're back down to 59 right now in Half Moon Bay, exactly 60 downtown. Inland, talking about mid-70s in the inland portions of the East Bay. Those are the warm spots, so it is a comfortable evening out there. Whatever outdoor plans you have, go ahead. The weather's looking just fine until that fog takes over, which it will as we head into early tomorrow morning. But like the last several mornings, well, the fog is going to take its time backing up towards the coast. It'll happen by early afternoon. Should see improving visibilities even for downtown San Francisco by just after lunchtime. But the fog right along the coast, that little faint shade of gray still visible on the map. It indicates where the fog is going to be very reluctant to go away. In fact, almost impossible to shake. Temperatures tonight, a few upper 40s in the North Bay valleys, otherwise low to mid 50s by tomorrow morning. And then we try to warm up. Still 7 degrees below average near the water, only around 60 along the coast, but near 70 down the peninsula and around the south end of the bay with mid to even upper 70s as you go inland in the Santa Clara Valley. Some of the warmer spots around Los Gatos, Morgan Hill, and Gilroy getting up to the low 80s. It'll be a mix of upper 70s and some low 80s inland in the East Bay, which is warm, but normally warm for mid-October. Unusually cool around the bay. Low 60s in the city, mid to upper 60s for Oakland and the East Bay. Low to mid 70s north of the Golden Gate. That's not bad at all. Almost ideal temperatures for the North Bay until you go farther north where, away from that marine influence, it's still going to be toasty for inland portions of Mendocino County and Lake County. That long-range data beyond the scope of the 7-day forecast, the odds have gone up. It is now a stronger signal towards wetter than normal conditions, not just for the Bay Area, although the strongest signals farther to our north towards the Pacific Northwest, but most of the western U.S. from about the 2/3 point in October into the last full week of the month. Might finally see some showers headed our way, but we'll keep you updated on that while we make our way through, well, just a typical June pattern here on mid-October. Low to mid 60s in the city, mid to upper 60s for Oakland, and mid to upper 70s in San Jose. A little more up and down to our daily temperatures inland in the East Bay and the North Bay, but the weekend is looking really nice for everybody.
All right, thanks, Paul.